5.
Alright guys, Psycho Reject here. Sorry for the fans, it's kind of hot in this house and our AC doesn't work. Anywho, we're going to do a cyber deck profile, and with the new support of Nachster, which he is dirty. And I think I have an Infinitrack XYZ, but it's a good machine rank 5 monster. But we'll talk about that later. Right now, we'll go into the main deck, which we have 3 Cyber Dragons. Personally like that art more. For those of you who don't know what Cyber Dragon does, special summon if your opponent has a card on their side of the field that's a monster. If you do, well, good for you. 1 Cyber Etnia. He's a great card for a good field wipe if you're in some deep crap. He gains 500 for every banished light machine monster from your field and graveyard. And every card in this deck is a light monster, except for the extra deck. But then we're going to run 3 Galaxy Soldiers. You can discard a card to special summon him in defense, and then you can basically search him out again and do that, and then do the effect of special summoning him again if you can do it. But you cannot search him out the second time, which is great because you get 2 level 5s out and you get Nova and then go into Infinity if you'd like. Then this card here that I'm about to show you, people run 1 of. I like to run 2 just for a little extender and a little buff to all my Cyber Dragons. 2 Cyber Dragon Vipers. I know it's Vire, I like calling it Viper. I also run 2 cards here. Another 2 set of Dry. People run 1. I like his second effect is great. If he gets banished, you can target 1 monster on the field. It doesn't get affected by card effects, so it's pretty good, I guess. But he also makes every Cyber Dragon on the field, once he gets on the field level 5. You combo him with Viper, and they can both become level 5 before you make his effect resolve first. He gets on the field with him and becomes a level 5, and then you can combo into that. Then your main small monster here is the big guy, Core. He gets you your cyber spells and traps, which is great. And then you have also a good machine duplication target. 3 Hertz. Gets you recursion a lot. You can get whatever Cyber Dragon from the graveyard, from your deck, that you want, except for him. And if he gets special summoned, he's a level 5, but you can only use 1 effect per turn. The special summon doesn't happen that often, at least for me. I'll occasionally get to pop off, but it's not that huge. Then our new support here, we're going to have 3 Cyber Dragon Nachsters. For those of you that don't know his effect, you discard a card and you can special summon a machine type monster 2100 attack or defense or higher. So anything that has, say you can't use a Galaxy Soldier because he's only 2000, but you can get a Cyber Dragon, the Infinitrack XYZ that we have in here. He's a good beat stick. Anyway, you can, once he's normal or special summon, you can basically bring a Cyber Dragon back from the graveyard. Great extender, great machine duplication. A lot of good little combos you can pull off. Then we run 3 Ash Blossoms. I'm not super rich, so I can't buy 3 of them, 3 holographics, but 3 Ash Blossoms and 2 DD Crows. That's all we have for hand traps. DD Crow is pretty decent. You can bump that one up to 3 if you want and drop a Dry or a Vire to 1. That's basically it for the monsters of the main deck. With the spells and traps, we only run 2 traps though, but we'll get that in a second. We got 3 machine duplications. You have 3 targets for that, and you can and everybody becomes a Cyber Dragon when on their field, so you can basically summon 2 more Cyber Dragons to the field. 3 emergency calls, or cyber emergencies, not emergency call, and you can get whatever you need from your deck. Great card if your opponent decides to Dark Bribe it or anything like that, you can basically say, okay, that's fine. It goes to the graveyard. Negate the effect. It negated the effect.
Negated the activation.
Negated the activation. That's right.
So it never happened.
So you can discard a card, bring it back, and play it again. Act like that never happened. Then 3 limited removals. You can also play 3 power bonds or whatever ratio you would like. I would like running 3 because there's the occasional, FTK of ridiculousness where you sometimes get a dead hand and draw 2 of those and a machine duplication, and then your hand's just kind of dead. But if you pull one of your Lobies and get them out, it's kind of a ridiculous FTK. Then we run 2 cybernetic fusions. Anything on the field and in your banished face-up monsters, you can shuffle back, or in your graveyard and in the banished face-up monsters, you can shuffle back into the deck and fusion summon a card, which is great because you can get Rampage out, or you can get, I think it's Overdragon. But really great recursion for your banished cards. Helps combo with the trap card that we got. And then we got 2 cybernetic repair plants, or cyber repair plants, I'm sorry. Everybody knows what that does. 2 insta fusions because all we need is 2 for 1 card, and that's it. And we'll get into him later. 2 overload fusions because banishing and then getting cybernetic fusion is always great. Then we got our 1 Foolish Burial, throw our cards in the graveyard if we need to. 1 Cyber Rev System. Your Cyber Dragon cards can't be destroyed by a card effect. So if you combo this with limited removal, you can double its attack, and nothing happens at the end of turn of that card. It doesn't get destroyed, but it goes back to its original attack, which is great. 1 Monster Reborn, always a good card, and that's it for the spells. And now we got our 2 traps. Cybernetic Overflow. With this card, like I said, Cyber Fusion, it helps make better, but you banish up to, say you have a level 1, a level 3, and a level 5 in the graveyard, and they're all cybernetics. I know there's not a level 3, I just threw that number out there. You can banish them from your graveyard and destroy that many cards on the field. Pretty great card, and if it gets destroyed by a card effect because of MST or anything that pops the effects, you can basically get another one out or a Spire spell if you want. And that's it for the main deck. For our extra deck, 1 Link Karibo, because we do have 2 level 1s we can mess with. 1 Cleatfort Genesis, great little card, can't be affected by effects of other Link monsters, and I do believe just spells and traps as well. Yep, spells and traps and other Link monsters. So if you're going against a Crusadia deck, he's nice because you can not get smacked with his little effect. He's a little 1800, but that's fine. Then 1 Summon Sorceress, because she's a good little Link 3, I believe?
Yeah, yep. She's a Link 3.
And then we have our Cyber Dragon, I can't remember the full name there, Seeger. Great because you can basically have your Cyber Dragon attack and then use his effect to make it gain 2,000 more. I don't know why it's not like Nova where you banish a card and you get 2,100. They just did 2,000 for some reason, but still a great card.
They probably didn't want to copy the effect completely.
Yep. And then 4, that's our 4 Link monsters there. And then we have 1, 2, 5 fusion monsters. We have 1 Chimera Tech Overdragon. Great card. Like him because he can attack as many times he wants, but I do believe his effect doesn't let him attack directly. Monsters. And then for our Insta Fusion, this guy, Panzer Dragon. I'll just make sure I'm saying it right. Once he leaves the field, you can destroy 1 card on the field. get rid of a problematic monster, maybe get rid of a spell or trap that you're not feeling so kind on. One rampage, he's great. You can attack 3 times with him as long as you dump cards in the graveyard. A lot of recursion with this, so it doesn't matter. Then 2 mega fleets because
I hate that card.
Because we're jerks.
He likes to suck it up like Crusadia Equinox when he uses that card.
Well, to be fair, that card is broken.
Yeah.
And then we run 1 artifact Durandale because its 2 effects are great. Basically, it's a redraw because our hand just sucks, or maybe our opponent's hand is doing really well, and we just want to mess with them. Or we can say, if an effect pops off, or a spell card, trap card, we can make it say, hey, destroy one of my cards on the field. And if I have nothing on, or destroy one of my spell or traps on the field. Usually, sometimes I don't even have anything, so it's just a waste of an effect for them. Then we run 2 Novas, so detach material, bring a Cyber Dragon back, great. Or you can banish 1 card from your hand or graveyard, and you can get 2,100, so it's 4,200 for the turn. And if he gets destroyed by card effect, you can special summon an extra deck monster. We don't use that effect too much in this deck because our biggest boss monster for fusions is probably our Rampage.
Yeah.
And then 2 Infinities, of course, because negates absorb your opponent's monster because we don't like it. And
It's like a new version of Plasma.
yeah, true. We got a Digvorzat. I don't even know how to say that. King of the Heavy Industry. That's what we're going to call him, because that's what he is.
Let's get a little bit of a close-up on him.
Takes 3 level 5s. Super easy in this deck. I've done it multiple times. And when you detach material, you can mill the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. And when you do, for every monster that gets milled, you can destroy that many cards on your opponent's side of the field. So if they have 3 monsters on the top of their deck, and you mill all 3, destroy 3 cards on the field. Pretty great. And we're just going to show you real quick a little side-in for a couple of the cards, because that's it for the extra deck. And quick side-in, you could do Power Bonds for limited removal.
Summons, yeah.
Your fusion summons and your limited removal. You take the damage of whatever card you throw out.
It's normal attack.
But with that, that's kind of cool because you can get Rampage out and have him be a 4,200 for the rest of the game, which is totally dope. And then you could run a Super Poly against mirror matches because why not?
We got that one.
And with that, and if you want to run him, he's okay. I didn't see myself going too into him that much, but he lets your cards gain, all light monsters gain 500, I do believe. Yep, all light monster on the field gain 500, and all dark monster on the field lose 400. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target 1 light monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of him once per turn. Hisham, I don't even know how to say it. I'm terrible with reading names, so bear with me. And those are just some of the cards you could side in for little things. There's definitely way more. You could take out 1 Vire, you could take out 1 Dry, and throw in another DD Crow, or throw in another Trap if you like. I'm running close to 50. Not really a big fan of that. I think I'm running like 47 cards, but it works. And with that, like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy your day, guys.
And tell us what you think.